the $500 Housing Survival Geography Zone Blueprint. Welcome back to the Wealth 2026 project. When tragedy hits and you must reset, your location is either your anchor or your engine. To survive on $500 a month, you must leave the high-demand corridors and move where the economic friction is lowest. This is the machine-like grind applied to geography, removing the feeling of being tied to a city and replacing it with the efficiency of the proactive executor. If you are staying within the U.S., you must target regions where land is abundant and demand is low. These are the top 5 U.S. regions for a $500 a month reset. 1. The Ozark Plateau in Arkansas and Missouri, where rural land leases and older trailers are still accessible. 2. The Rust Belt Fringe in Ohio and Indiana, specifically Tier 4 towns where a room share or small studio can still be found. 3. Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia, the heart of the Appalachian low-cost zone. 4. The Mississippi Delta, the lowest cost of living index in the nation. And 5. The high plains of western Kansas and Nebraska, where small-town populations are declining and housing supply exceeds demand. However, if your system has truly crashed, you must consider border arbitrage. In 2026, your $500 goes significantly further once you cross the line. Here are the 5 nearby countries for a strategic reset. 1. Mexico, specifically the states of Tlaxcala or Veracruz, away from the tourist zones. 2. Guatemala, where the highlands offer high-speed internet and extremely low-cost subsistence. 3. Honduras, specifically the mainland interior, where $500 makes you middle class. 4. El Salvador, which has optimized its digital infrastructure for the proactive executor. And 5. Belize, specifically the Cayo district, where English is the primary language and land is cheap. Let's examine case study number 1, the family of 4. In early 2026, a young family lost their home. Instead of staying in an expensive shelter, they used their last $1,000 to move to a rural lot in Missouri. They secured a $350 a month long-term RV pad. This left them with $150 for food and essentials. By removing the feeling of shame and embracing the rural pivot, they stabilized in 30 days. Now look at case study number 2, the single executor. This individual realized their $500 wouldn't buy a closet in their home city. They took a bus to Veracruz, Mexico. For $400, they secured a small, safe apartment with fiber optic internet. They spent their remaining $100 on high-calorie local staples and spent 14 hours a day rebuilding their digital service business. They didn't feel like an expat, they were an arbitrageur. For the average person hitting the floor, the move is clear. Stop fighting a market you cannot afford. Go where the math works. This is the art of the machine-like grind, being a ruthless editor of your own surroundings. Once your housing is fixed at $500, the bleeding stops and the climb back to level 7 begins. Make sure you are subscribed. The machine is moving. Welcome to Wealth 2026.